Hi, this is Moses Wiles. I'm with the city's landlord tenant office. This is the first installment of Ask Moses, a monthly Facebook presentation where I will answer questions relating to the city's landlord tenant law. As a little background, prior to taking questions regarding security deposits, I just wanted to note that the city's landlord tenant law reflects the Maryland Code Real Property Section 8-203. With that having been said, we'll now receive questions regarding security deposits.
How do I know how much money I'm getting back?
The amount of your security deposit refund should be based on the amount of your original deposit plus interest, minus any damages to the rental unit. The current interest rate on security deposits is 1.5%.
What if I don't receive my security deposit from my landlord?
The landlord has 45 days from the date that you vacate to actually return your deposit to you plus interest minus any damages. If you do not receive that within 45 days after you vacate, and vacate means the date that you turn the keys into the unit, you may contact the landlord tenant office.
As a landlord, where am I to retain the security deposit?
All security deposits are to be maintained in a state bank, federally insured state bank.
How much money may I collect from my security deposit?
Based on the state law, which is the city law, no more than 2 months' rent may be charged for security deposits.
What is the purpose of an exit inspection? And when do I return my keys?
Well, the purpose of an exit inspection is to give you and the landlord an idea as to what the property looks like prior to the tenants vacating. I'm sorry, what was the second part of that question?
When do I return my keys to the landlord?
Whenever you are ready to give up entry into the unit. That also signals the start of the 45-day period of getting your deposit back.
What if my tenant trashes my unit?
Well, if the tenant trashes the unit, you may certainly charge the tenant damages for whatever it costs you, the landlord, to get the unit back up where it is now back in condition to be rented.
And what if my tenant does not pay the last month's rent?
Well, you may use the tenant security deposit for the last month's rent, and you may also charge the tenant damages if the tenant does not pay the last month's rent.
What is a normal wear and tear?
Well, that's a great question. Normal wear and tear is not defined in either the state or the Maryland or the county code. But I'll give you a couple of examples of the difference between ordinary wear and tear and what is considered as damage. This would be ordinary wear and tear. Minor marks or nicks in a wall would be considered as ordinary wear and tear, while damages would be considered as holes in a wall larger than nail size. Faded, cracked, or chipped paint would be considered as ordinary wear and tear, while crayon marks, writing on walls, unapproved paint colors, or excessive dirt requiring more than one coat to cover would be considered as damage. Those are a couple of examples of the difference between ordinary wear and tear and damage.
Okay, thank you. You have answered all my questions.
Thank you very much.
So I have another question here.
Sure.
What if I have mice in my apartment and the landlord is not responsive?
Well, if you have given the landlord written notice of the pest issue, in this case mice, the landlord has 7 days under the city code to basically respond to that. If you still do not get any answer from the landlord, you may contact the landlord tenant office and or contact the county's code enforcement office.
And what is the contact information for the landlord tenant office?
You may contact me on the internet at mosesw@tacomaparkmd.gov. That's mosesw@tacomaparkmd.gov. My direct dial phone number is 301 891-7215.
And how would they contact Montgomery County to file a complaint?
Well, they may go to the county website, which is www.montgomerycountymd.gov, or they may call them directly at 301, no, at 240-777-0311. That's for the county code enforcement office.
Are there any other questions from anyone else?
When should I call the code enforcement office
Regarding,
regarding issuing a violation in my unit?
well, you have to first of all give the landlord written notice of the issue. And as I said before, give them they have 7 days to really respond. If you still have not heard from the landlord, I would suggest that you contact us and the code enforcement office after that time period. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you at the next session of Ask Moses.